Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Conversation. I'm your host, CaRai,
I'm your co-host Sink.
and today we're joined by two guests.
FalcoXRisen.
And Reanimation Hero.
Yeah, this is something.
Woohoo.
Yeah, this is something that's been in the works for
Yeah.
about a month or two. So, you guys were our
Sure.
first two guests on the show. We reached out, you guys responded, we got you on. Falco, you were episode one, Hero was
Yeah.
episode two, and here we
Pop your
are.
cherries.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Wait, what? Um,
Continue.
yeah, no, for those that have, if you haven't seen those first two episodes, Falco and Hero have quite the history together, and so this is gonna be a great episode because there's just so much to dive in here. So, I
Yeah, we're like
mean,
Mario and Luigi, and I'm
Mar-
Mario.
oh, you're Mario, Hero's Luigi.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so you're the lanky brother that wants attention from the big brother, eh?
yeah. But
Nah,
low
nah,
key,
nah.
I'm Luigi and he's Mario. Got to keep it real. I'll keep it real.
Keep it real.
Crazy word.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
me and here we go way back. Like, what would you say, 2012?
Yeah, like 2013, 2012, around there.
I think
dang,
2012 is pretty accurate.
that's
Oh wow, that
insane.
reminds me of me and in my in the host here. We've been homies together since like 2011. So
Yeah,
it's been a long time too.
heck yeah.
Yeah, these friendships from these Storm series is it's pretty extensive for a lot of people. I think a lot of people. I think we all grew up around each other. I would say.
Heck yeah.
Maybe on
Like
different
I still
continents.
know a lot of people. I don't talk to a lot of them now, but I still I'm kind of in contact and we'll talk once in a while. But yeah, man, those online friendships or people you meet are pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I
for
definitely do
sure.
agree.
They're
It's
real.
one thing that shows that this community, even though it is full of it can be full of toxicity and it's a mess and it's a big, giant disjointed, mess. And I don't care if I get roasted in the comments saying it isn't or it is, but I'm gonna say how it is. It is a big disjointed mess. We still have these friendships like Falco and Reanimation Hero and CaRai here, and these friendships and what, guess that we're just going to demonstrate today, audience, is just the experience of like, our stories and what these friendships could really do for future generations. And hopefully the community will get like inspiration to, forge these friendships and make these crazy stories that maybe we'll hear, maybe we won't. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, the hero never calls me.
Okay.
Hero never calls you.
Yeah, he
Bro,
just has my contact, but it never messages me. Man,
Never
I'm
messages
dry.
you.
My shit is
nah, nah.
dry. Why, hero? Why is that?
Dude,
Why?
I only messaged two people if I'm being honest.
Okay,
Only two
I can
Okay.
people.
respect that. All I wanted was just some closure.
Don't,
Thank you.
Just some
don't worry about
closure.
it. Hey,
Just
if
the
it,
Closure.
closure.
I did watch your film, so
Oh, you did? Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
there's still something
Oh,
there.
oh,
Where's the
There's
thanks.
still
comment at though?
there's still a spark.
Right.
Oh, there
Dang.
is.
Yep.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a romantic over here.
That'll
Yeah,
that'll
film there.
last that'll last me like the next 10 years, and then I'll get curious. Like he hasn't messaged me in about 10 years.
In about 10 years.
That's crazy
When's
Yeah,
the
word.
last
low key, he has a whole family. Like,
the whole
hero, you
family?
got to make time for your online video game buddies, man.
It
That's so selfish of you.
won't be long before the wife and kids are creeping up. You gotta stay safe, hero.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
dude, set your priorities
18 years.
straight. How long have
18
I known
years.
you, and how long have you known her? Insane,
Oh
bro.
I
But
man.
mean, me and
let's
my girl.
actually do the math here. If we did meet 2012, that'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. About to be 13 years, dude. I would have known
Hell
you
yeah.
13 years.
That's
Yeah, that's just
insane.
a long time, bro. Just
That
Yeah.
wild. I
really
was like,
is.
That is
All right,
crazy.
let's talk about impressions. What was your first impression of you when, at least when you like heard about me or like when you met me or what? Like, what was your first encounter with me? Would you say?
Okay, so are we talking about like talking or just
Just
like,
anything at all, like when you became aware, or just like, or just start with like the escalation of like, did you hear about me first, or did you meet me first? Like, how did it happen for you?
oh, I got you, Bucko. My first impression was, oh, this dude likes he likes Call of Duty because your
Right,
first PSN name was
right,
Optic Falco. So
right.
I'm like,
Oh,
okay, he Optic boy. Then when we
Correct.
played, my second impression it was, oh, he leggy, and
Also
that
correct.
also correct. And uh, to be honest, we only ever spoke in text chat, and from there, it was like, oh, this guy just plays Naruto. All right, I understand. So
Mm.
he just that Naruto dude who just
just a
loves playing
Naruto.
it, doesn't play nothing else. And so first impression was okay. His connection is a little bad, but he's not horrible. He's not horrible at the game. He's not like some noob.
Oh, that's
And
good.
from there on, to be honest, I don't even think we interacted all that much from there.
No, I don't
Just
think we had like a formal like conversation or anything like that for a while. I think you were too cool for me.
nah,
I
nah,
think that's
nah.
what it was.
Too cool for you.
Yeah, you
I
were
was,
in the elite group.
I'm not
I
gonna
was on the
lie. I thought Hero was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna just say it. I thought you were gonna be a prick when I messaged you, literally years ago. Like when I asked you for those Fortnite tips, because I mean I know how some people can be, and for some odd reason when I saw your playstyle on YouTube channel, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna. He's not gonna respond. He's gonna be one of those Naruto players, and you
He
responded.
responded.
Yeah, he responded and everything. I was like, wow, thanks, dude. And then, what,
Wow.
maybe 5 years later, here we are again speaking. And I can see that, oh yeah, you are really cool. So now looking back, it isn't too surprising, but at face value, I didn't know what to expect.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I expected everybody I met to be a prick. Not gonna lie, just
Oh,
because they're all so just because I mean, at the time, I mean, we were all very young, right? I
Yeah.
mean, I was probably, I want to say 15, maybe years old, or maybe even 14. But I'm like, damn, everybody's so good. And I think all it takes is to meet like one prick, and you're like, oh, they're probably all pricks.
Uh-huh.
Just because they're all so
uh,
good, they're like, their nose is all above, and they're on their high horse, and they don't want to talk to you because you suck. And I mean, I'll say like Hero,
Honestly.
at least like he didn't talk trash or anything like that. He just kind of ghosted you. I was like, okay, I could respect it. At least
Right.
you're not a douchebag.
Yeah.
But but at the time, as well, as like, it's kind of hard to just talk to anybody in there, because I don't know how it was in Xbox side, but like in the PlayStation PS3 side, we would have people would make these group chats, and there was this one chat called the eternally recyclable chat, and only the cool people were in there,
Huh.
and I was not in there until one day. I don't know who invited me to that, but somebody invited me there, and I was like, what? This is like where all the cool people are. Oh my god. Look at all these names. These guys are all, you see them in clan battles and YouTube videos and stuff. I was like, damn, I feel like I made it. Like, this is so cool. And I
Yeah.
think
yeah, that
Hero was in there. And
yeah.
I think that might have been where we like kind of started chatting more. I don't know if he saw me in like, as if we were in the Vanity Fair or something. Like, oh, I see you made it.
Right.
I felt
You're
like that.
here. Here we
Yeah, I felt
are.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ah.
I don't
that
know. I don't. Okay, okay, go ahead. I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
ask
say
you.
that
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that chat was really was the cool people chat, to be honest. Dude, people would be like, as soon as someone would leave, if it was full,
Oh yeah,
immediately
that
somebody would be spamming it to join.
immediately. Yeah, like as if there was a
what?
line.
A
Yeah, there was
line
like
is crazy.
There was only a maximum of 15, I think.
yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was like 15 people could only be at a chat at a time. So as soon as somebody left, there was somebody beep right in,
Beep.
Oh my
and you
god,
have to
that's
be
crazy.
like going like spamming back and forth, because like it'll say it's full, it's full, it's full, trying to join, and then somebody left, boom, pop in. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That was
Think-
definitely a. Hmm?
Right, yeah, so like say, I guess for the Xbox side, I think we remember like we had those parties, like the clan parties, like me and CaRai here were in one party. There's always the other people in their party and stuff like that, and we had to use in their party, and then we get to join people like I always forget that one dude. I think remember Elite the God, CaRai, where he just kept getting close to the mic and he just kept screaming, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god" on the mic, like he just he kept like getting super close to the mic and stuff like that. Remember that guy or nah?
I think that was been. I think that might have been Lord's Prayer, honestly.
Oh, Lord's Prayer. I always forget. I thought that was Elite the God. Honest.
Nah, Elite the
Yeah.
God was. It was a little bit more chill than that. I think the closest thing we had to that on Xbox was people were kind of like designated party hubs. And what I mean by that is that there was always one person who would never join parties. He would always have his own party, and people would join his party. And we had several different people like that in the community. And so, if you were a top player or somebody in the community, you were in one of these parties always. So it's kind of like, in a way, it was almost like, hey, I'm going to leave this house and go to their house to talk to them, and then I'll come back. Like if we
Mm.
were setting up clan matches, like I'll go talk to him, then I'll come back. It felt like you were going, back and forth to different houses and stuff. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, like a different gang almost.
Yeah,
Pretty
quite
Let
much.
me go
literally.
You're
see
pretty
what's
much
going on with this gang, this hood over here.
Yeah.
See what's
pretty
up.
much.
See how
Pretty
they
much what it
feeling,
was, honest. Like, had like, this Yoshi's.
or maybe another village actually, if you want to keep it in Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair enough. I think we had like the people like Yoshi. We had the Windies. We had the freaking we had the synergies. We had all these like places we can go or we have to go for these clan matches, and we have to hear different people. I think I remember. I remember. I think. I can't remember the. I remember the one girl, Tomoko. Her name was Tomoko Saikyo. I don't know. She had a thing for you, if I remember correct, Cry, and
Huh?
not a thing for you like romantically, but just crazy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, because I used to be on some exposed type stuff. I feel like a lot of people were on that, but they don't really mention it conveniently. But no, there was a
Oh
time
yeah,
period where I went dark and I was just exposing people and one and doneing people.
damn. I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like everybody had that little phase. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I, I
Yeah,
think,
try have.
and I think it was like low key. Like it was almost like sometimes the way people would like subtweet. I think some people were like like exposing because they would just post a match on YouTube of them beating them.
Hell yeah.
Right.
This-
Oh my.
That crap.
Oh, that is. Oh
And
my
that's their
God. I
version of like exposing.
Yeah.
Oh man. And we had IRL picture exposed. Like, we had people's faces. We had like all that information. We just put it on YouTube. They look like.
We
Oh,
really
you
Oh
guys
my
are
did.
God.
savages over there.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like anything would go. That's why, people just got so traumatized and they wouldn't show themselves. I mean, even to this day it's always a little surprising when Naruto players show what they look like cuz for the longest time that was so taboo in the community. And I feel like even today, depending on where you go, in certain chats people are still probably making fun of people for the way
Yeah.
they look and stuff for sure.
Oh yeah, that's one of the scariest things. The only people I remember at around that time, which was like the Storm 3 time, that like really showed their face was like Dandika and Players for Life. Like those are the only
Players.
guys that I could recall.
Dan
And I was
Dika.
like, damn, these guys really just are putting themselves out there like that. And of
Dang.
course, like other videos, they're gonna be making fun of them and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean that just goes to show the confidence those guys had because they're like, I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
happy with who I am. And to tell the truth, I think a lot of the people that were making fun of them probably ugly monster looking fucks anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's usually the
that's the
case.
most.
I remember
I
when I
guess you.
first seen Hero, I was like, God damn, this guy's got it rough.
Fuck out of here. You just
I was like, he has to look that in the mirror every day.
fuck out of here. You just
Dang.
Look at Falco giving Hero a hard time.
Oh, they're like brothers, man. They're like brothers. Like Itachi
Honestly.
Sasuke. Itachi Sasuke.
Yeah, but he doesn't call though, so it's not even. Oh, actually, it is kind of like my brother. He doesn't call either.
damn boy.
And then we got Playco, the little brother over here. Oh, that ah,
Pleco is like the stepchild. Pleco, you know what it is more like? It's like It's like me and Hero are Jaden and Willow Smith, and he's like Trey Smith. Like he was like the
Yeah,
child that wasn't supposed to be,
that's
but he's there.
good.
That's that's
Exactly.
crazy. I'm gonna say I was gonna ask you.
But
You
he's
guys like
part of it.
father. Who's the father in all group?
The
Dad.
Wait, what
father.
happened? I guess you could say Hiro Tsukinomi, even though I'll never call him that
Yeah,
word.
I
Moses.
mean, I'm
I won't
trying to.
even let him use it as a soundbite.
Yeah, you better
I
not.
won't. I won't say the DAD word.
Yeah,
I
yeah, don't
know.
do that. I mean, I
But
tried to get
he's
him.
he was
Huh?
just the most mature one. He was also the older one, so
Yeah,
he
Oh,
he
was
was
more
the
mature
oldest.
and experienced in things. So I
okay.
mean, I guess you could say that he was like the guy that kind of collected our thoughts and made sure everybody was like cool, peace. Like he made peace with the group, pretty much. Always try to
Mm-hmm.
make peace. And then you have the rascals just making trouble.
Making trouble.
Rascals. That's crazy. The
Okay.
DAD, the rascals. DDs
Yeah, he.
have to take care of.
Yeah, remind me if I'm correct, Hero. But didn't weren't you saying something like you would not steal like his combos, but like since he was more of a styler at that time, um, you would like watch his videos and kind of mimic those things and add it to your playstyle type of thing.
Who?
Because, huh?
Who?
Moses, Hero Suginomi?
Hell no. Not Moses.
No, no.
Nah, I stole shit from
Oh,
everybody.
just not him.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to give him the ego if he listens to this.
Oh God, I see.
Yeah.
Ego
I
boost.
mean, because
There's nothing wrong with it, Hero. There's nothing wrong with it. You were better than him. That's okay.
Let's go.
let's
Dude,
That'll
go.
destroy any. That'll destroy any ego he'll have.
no, but
Yeah.
I stole shit from everybody, even you on Revolution. I stole a lot of shit from you.
You did?
At least you
Yeah,
Damn.
admit it.
most of the instant awaken shit they used to do.
Really?
Yeah, I stole that from you and Kaze.
You sound flattered. You're like,
Really?
wow.
I
Mine's
am because for a
mine's
long time, like this guy, like the way I looked at this guy, like when I first like really got to know him and stuff, and obviously being like a fan of his watching. And I don't mind saying I was a fan because I was. I was definitely a guy that like admired his play style. He was strong. He was a cool guy and all this stuff. And like I compare like him to like and all these other great players. They're like mythical Pokemon. It's like awesome when you see them. It's like a rare sighting, you know. It's like
Hmm.
and then you have like your players like in my level. It's like, you know, it's kind of your average, you know, Pokemon you'll find in the grass. It's like it's cool. Some of them are strong. But then when you see like Suicune jump and you're like, whoa, there goes Hero. And I know it sounds like I'm, you know, swabbing right now, but not gonna lie, like it was definitely like cool to see them, you know, do their thing and their execution was always amazing. And so that's something like I feel like I always like lacked. So it's just like very interesting to hear that he actually like saw some skills and things that I had that he like implemented in his play style. So that's why I'm like, oh wow, interesting.
I,
Surprising.
I agree. I mean, that's one thing I noticed about watching Hero. His play style in Storm 4, like when I watched his gameplay, I was like, dang, his play style is really sharp. Like it feels like he's doing exactly what he wants to do when he wants to do it. And I like that kind of gameplay because
I'm saying it's clean.
yeah,
It just looks clean.
exactly. And it carried over into his Fortnite gameplay too. I was like, dang, like you could easily, be really good at any game. It's obviously there you have really good game sense and you identify the strong points of a game very well and you execute on them very well. That's important too.
Yeah. What kind of response do you have to my comment, Hero?
I would like to say thank you for boosting this ego. This whole shit will last like another year.
Nice.
And hell yeah, man. Dude, there's so many people in the community that had so much cool shit and they just found it out
Hmm.
randomly. I was not no pioneer of the game. I just like, oh, hey, let me get
Yeah,
that real quick.
I remember you saying like that you were like you weren't an inventor of like a lot of combos and you didn't discover a lot of things. You just like implemented it all into your play style. Kind of like at that time when what is it called? The Kuroko no Basket. It was a little bit later, but like when that anime came out, and you were like, "Oh, bro, I'm what's his name? Is it Kise Ryota? That character,
Yeah,
Y-
Kise.
the copy character?"
Yeah,
I was
Yeah,
like, "Man,
he's
kind of
hype.
are,"
Yeah,
because
he's a
he'll actually like mimic somebody's like style and combos and actually put it to better use. I'm
that's
like, God
crazy.
damn, this guy's
That's a good
yeah, bro.
analogy.
You just have to respect it. You know, you just have to respect it. It's like when you are in like the NBA, and even if you hate the guy, like you just gotta respect the gameplay. You just have to respect it.
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, that's the thing about it. I mean, you don't have to necessarily be a pioneer or first, but if you're learning and just taking things and adding it to your gameplay and honing those skills, I mean, you can obviously go really far. I think some people get stuck on trying to find like the most broken thing or, just any kind of edge they can possibly find instead of really cranking down on their fundamentals and going from there.
Yeah, I have this thing. I'm gonna just shout out real quick. Paradoxic, paradoxic.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
remember
that
him.
dude.
I met him.
Yeah, because he's like a data remain like in Storm 4. He was a data remain, and he's the one that actually like got me interested in data. And so I think it's like even though like he could admit like was a better player, but he was the more like kind of figure out like some scientific stuff with the character and kind of made it more viable and like just the different tool sets that the character could do. And I would also do a little bit of that myself, but my point being that I think there's like players that are ones that figure out the character and like do more exploring and are good at that, and then there are players that aren't really good at finding stuff out themselves but are good fundamental players only, and then they'll add on once they discover what's out there, like, oh, I could do that, cool. I feel like there's like those kinds of polarizing character, like there's different kinds of players, I'll say, characters,
Hmm.
players. And I think I don't know if I would directly say like heroes like that kind of player that is just like the good at fundamentals. Would you say that's fairly true?
I
Yeah.
think I think when it comes to myself, I think I'm just very consistent when it comes to certain things. Like I'm not the most mechanical person in the world, but when it comes to like the fundamentals and just consistency, I think I'm good at that. Like I'm not
That, like that's what you focus on more, pretty much.
yeah, I'm just like I'm not super like out of this world when it comes to mechanics. And
Mm,
so if I could execute on an input correctly multiple times, then I'm okay. I'm happy with that. And I noticed
right.
that myself that I just like tend to do that with all games to be honest, just to be consistent. Cuz otherwise, shit, I'll probably be ass.
Right. It's a
Well
mindset. It's a
said.
mind.
Well said.
Um, I guess speaking of things I remember like I remember when you like you fought that one clan with Jeffy's clan, if I remember correctly. Energy versus and you versus like the one clan. It was just kind of nostalgic if I'm thinking about like things I remember from like the Xbox days and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe you have any. Go ahead.
No, I mean, yeah. You're talking about the probably the most prolific clan match in Xbox history. So there was this guy way back when, Jeffy LTD, who kind of pioneered early generations in the meta. And once we got to about the middle point of the game, everyone had caught up. So for the longest time, Jeffy was just really ahead of the game in terms of everyone. Um, just pioneering the meta, just beating everybody, just really, really strong. And so it got to a point where there was this other guy. You guys might know him. His name was Massacre 585. So this is before you guys, but
Mm,
in Storm 2, Dan Dika. So we had a best of Storm 2 tournament for Xbox and PS3. On the Xbox side, in Storm 2, Massacre 585 won that. And on the PS3
Mm-hmm.
side, Dandika won that. So Dandika says, hey, I got an Xbox. I'm coming over to Xbox so we can, fight and see who the best in Storm 2 is in general. And Massacre 585 won that. So fast forward to Generations, Massacre 585 is still there. He's nowhere near as good as he used to be, but he still is pretty strong. And Jeffy, there had been a lot of tension building, and so at some point Jeffy's just like, hey, no, you keep dodging me, Masker. I know you're afraid. Because for those that may not know who are watching this, maybe you were around, maybe you weren't. Jeffy used to destroy even Massacre in Generations all the time, but Massacre kind of kept it low key because really he didn't want people to know that he was losing. But if you were up there, you knew what was going on. You knew that Jeffy was destroying him, and so Massacre would always he would never really want to clan match him because Massacre had been known for never taking a clan loss in Storm 2, and he wanted to keep it that way in Generations. And so finally he kind of got tired of it, so it's a random night, and basically Jeffy and Masker, they end up talking. Masker finally says, hey, we're going to do this clan match. He grabs three people. Jeffy grabs three people. So Jeffy really, his clan is really non-existent. He had a clan early on, but at this point it's really just Jeffy who's good enough to take on Massacre and whoever else he's going to get. So Jeffy he's looking around and he's like, okay, who can I get? So he grabs like my ex rival Tsuyoshi. He grabs who else does he grab? He grabs somebody else that I'm forgetting. I can't believe I'm forgetting them. But and then he grabs me like randomly. That I just get an invite. I'm like, what the heck do these guys want? So I join. They're like, hey, you want to join in on this clan match? And I said, who is it? Because I was surprised. I was just like, what the heck? Why is Jeffy inviting me? And so basically, he tells me about the clan match, and I say, yeah, sure, I'll help you guys out. And we do it. And so I play my part. I do pretty well in it. But it comes down to where at some point, I don't know why, but something happens and we end up kind of halting the clan match after a bunch of matches. I think it's about neck and neck, and Jeffy disappears from the party. He talks to Massacre, and he comes back, and it's so weird. He says, "Hey guys, the clan match is we're adjusting some things. We're gonna continue it, but it's gonna be me versus Massacre and the other person and someone else that he had in the clan match. Zab, man, really good player in Generations. Later became extremely good in Storm 3, contender for top 3 on the Xbox side. But it's Jeffy versus Masker and Zab, man. And I don't know what happened, but Jeffy up until this point was destroying Masker and Zab, man, in player matches. And for some odd reason, he loses. I don't know if he went into that party and Massacre put him under a genjutsu or what, but he lost, and so it was very anticlimactic. But he ends up losing, and we lose the clan match. But that's probably like the most prolific clan match in Xbox history. Fun fact: you can still watch that clan match. It's actually cemented in history. You can watch this clan match, and you can watch me put in work. You can watch a lot of people, get exposed even, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. So that's what Sync was talking about.
That's definitely. And I guess from my perspective, if I remember like fights from like Storm 3, I remember this one dude. I remember this one dude. He always made me laugh. His name is IMX Sasuke. He was trying to make like false expose videos on like people like Massacre and CaRai here. And I fought this dude in a Storm 3 Hanzo match. I won 3-0 him against him in a mirror. That man is afraid to speak in my face about it, man. He afraid to put that video up. And he knew that he lost against me against that in that matchup, but this is like, nah, we like he just wanted to sneak off in the distance and just forget about it. Oh my,
I mean,
guess
there
at that
Mm.
point.
there were a lot of characters for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was paying attention to the PS3 side when I could, and so I was aware of Kill Sorcery haters, um, Battle Hardened Sarah, Sasuke Scorpion. Oh,
Sasuke Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I never even knew. I mean, I was still a young dummy, but I didn't even know there was like a whole Xbox side for the longest time.
Really?
Like when yeah, I like it didn't even like come to my mind or anything. Like there was a whole Xbox community going on because I was like, I mean, our community was so big at the time, so it didn't even like I didn't even think about there's probably some other universe. We're Universe 7. You guys are like Universe 8 or some shit.
Right.
That's what it felt like.
That's
But I mean, for some reason, whenever I think of like a clan battle and one that like Hero is in, I think I might have mentioned this to you before, Hero, but it's Symmetric Chaos. This is also on YouTube still, by the way, 10 years ago. It's Symmetric Chaos versus Varia, I think is how it's pronounced, but it's a European uh clan. So they fought like Heroes clan fought a European clan. And so some matches you could see like on the connection bar, where it's yellow and red and stuff. Hero's fighting like a red bar, and he's like towards like the end of the match, like Hero's like he's hitting Hero's guard. He has no subs. They both have like 5% health or something, or maybe two. And he's about to break Hero's guard, and literally like he frame perfects like a tilt in between the combo and wins. And that always like baffles me because I'm like, how the fuck does he get the frame perfect in a red bar to like win? Like that's why I'm like, this guy's like a golden goose or something. Like, how is that even possible?
mm.
Can you do you remember that day, Hero? That
Yeah,
you did that and you're like, how did I, like did you think like how did I win that, or you're like according to plan? That was all according to plan.
it was more like a silent fist bump. Like, yeah, let's go. You know,
Bro, just how?
it's,
Like how did you just adapted to the connection or what? Like because this
yeah,
wasn't just like any old like gap. This is like Donzo's gap, and I didn't see a lot of people like really
That's
tilt through
scary.
that a lot.
Damn. Damn. Just yeah. That's actually kind of crazy that he did that. He pulled it off. It reminds
Yeah,
yeah,
me
you
of
guys
like
should.
that one. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I was gonna say you guys should definitely like check that out. It's still on his YouTube channel, Heroes. But
Okay.
yeah, I was just thinking about that, and I was like, "Jeez, man, that shit was insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at
That
I
what
that.
met
gets me."
it might seem like Hijack Carrot because of Hijack Carrot. He was the only dude that I knew from our side of the community, CaRai, that had a zero
Yeah.
part and was able to play. And that man was a legend, all right, the zero part
Yeah.
legend himself,
The,
Hijack Carrot.
the legend of Hijack Carrot. He was literally living in South Africa, and he played Storm 2, and everybody in the community agreed he was the best player in lag.
Damn,
Oh my god, that's not even like that's
Yeah,
a history book, bro. Like no one can ever beat that man ever.
best player in lag.
Anybody in the War 4 community that had a zero bar and able to play and was popping off better than Hijack Carrot, shout us in the comments.
Yeah.
damn. I don't know if I would want that reputation personally.
Hey, I
Come on
dodged
now.
him every
But hey,
I never.
man,
time.
I think it's the best he could possibly get, and so to that I salute.
Right. I mean, he made it work. He was literally in Africa.
Even though even though they're probably gonna roast me anyways because they're like, "Oh, Falco's is 2 bar anyways. He lags all the time." I was like, "Shut the fuck up, you East Coast fuck." A
dude.
lot of you guys had worse lag than I did, and you guys are fighting somebody with a state next to you. Like, shut up.
Right.
Dude, there's a whole like little like word about Falco that this dude was like the leggiest and his connection sucks. But bro, every time I played Falco, except like when we first met, it was either like a really good 2 bar or it was like straight up just like perfect. Because
Huh.
since I'm on like the west coast of Canada, I'm not that far from the west coast of the United States. So like his connection was perfectly fine. But bro, Falco, you're getting torn apart by the community, bro. Every
I think
time it
I
came to a
still,
connection.
yeah, I think I still low key get hate if I'll just pop in and talk about like, oh, I remember I played this guy. Yeah, you were laggy. Like,
Yeah,
oh god.
probably, bro. Oh,
Yeah, it feels like almost like that perfect legend type of like curse where people just have that thing where they could just like hit you with like, oh, it was laggy. Oh, you got 13 and over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's my thing or something.
That was
Even though
wild.
there's like 100% like certified people that were much laggier than me, but it's because I think it was a combination of I was a West Coast player and I was actually good that I was beating people and they needed something to like really just be like, oh, I only lost because it was laggy. So it was a combination of that, I think, which is why like that reputation, like I guess precedes me of like, oh, this guy's laggy because they're salty that I beat them, and so it's stuck. That's what I think. Because if you're laggy and you lose, then nobody cares. But if you're laggy and you're beating people, then they got to blame it on something.
Yeah, that's true.
And
So,
there's been a few people I met in person, and I would actually beat, and they'd be like, "Damn, I thought it was all the lag." No,
what the? That's crazy. I thought it was
it's
just
all
the
me.
leg.
No,
They found out you really
you
had
got
them
you got
hands.
the real deal. You got the real
Yeah.
meat right here. Boom.
Real meat is crazy. Off the sausage. You're like,
So,
dang, that's the real meat.
the real meat, not that
Yeah,
fake
didn't you go
stuff.
to some of the LAN tournaments, Falco,
I
Yeah.
for
went to
Storm
like
4?
damn near all of them.
Heck yeah. You
Yeah,
were
I went to a
out
few.
there.
I went to a few. I mean, it was cool to like meet the peoples and play game land tournaments. I went to a few. I want to say like in total maybe like 4 or 5.
That's dope.
Storm 4 tournaments, yeah, I would say like 4 or 5, and it's definitely like dope. I got to play. I didn't get to play a lot of the people that I wanted to, just because like when you're there, it's just limited time with everybody, and everybody's doing other things and meeting, talking to other people. So I didn't really get to go in depth. But as far as like the tournament stuff goes, like that's like you only get 2 matches with certain people, and I mean it could go one way or the other. And some of those it did not go my way, but there were still great matches that could have, which is like a shame that we didn't get as much time to play. But that's just the way tournaments go. But I mean, I think at least like playing those kinds of players that did beat me and not being in lag, I think they would acknowledge like, oh, this guy was actually really good, and I did get the better of him this time. Could be different another day, but I mean that was all like that was cool to me. Like that was like good enough. It's like okay, at least they'll like recognize that oh, this guy's actually is good. Timing is good. All this stuff. It's not like due to lag or anything. So that was always great. And yeah, meeting the people in person, which is the more adult thing to do. A lot of these people like to be behind the screen and just talk their trash and just be that person, right?
Yeah.
But like people actually like decided to take the time to spend a little money, actually meet the community that they've been around for years, damn near a decade. Like that's really dope. That was really dope to see and to experience and all that stuff.
Um,
Uh, Hero, I don't know why you didn't fly. Get your passport, dude. Come to
I
America.
do have my passport.
oh,
Have you been
Aw,
to
maybe you guys
America?
should meet.
Yeah,
Maybe you
I
guys.
was in California in August.
What?
California.
Dang, y'all should have met. Y'all should have met if you guys didn't
What
meet.
a douchebag!
Right. You didn't
Which
hit Falco up?
I was
You hit
visiting
your
Unbelievable.
brother.
broski. You didn't hit your broski in
Exposed.
arm.
I was in Ontario
Oh, by
Maybe Falco
Ontario.
should come to. Maybe
because that was
Falco
the
should
only
come to
place I could
Ontario.
get an Airbnb. That was the only place.
Mm, I can't believe my ears right now. Turn this
The
thing off. Turn it off.
betrayal. Da da da.
Podcast
Turn this
canceled.
thing off.
Everything's canceled. You
Can't
broke
believe
Falco's
this
heart.
man.
Canceled
He's gonna
2024.
get it. He's gonna get an earful from me later.
Aw,
You know,
big bro was
you,
about to give an earful to the little bro. It's crazy.
yeah, those like long text messages your girl would send you, like when
Heck
she's upset with
yeah.
you about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hero's gonna get that later.
Get
My
that long
God,
text
no
message.
way. This man said he's like a nice girl or girl, and he's
He's
like,
gonna
oh,
get
why did you
gifs.
do
He's gonna
Yeah.
get images. I'm gonna send a
that?
picture of my middle finger. All of it.
If you send the meme of like, oh, that's crazy meme. That dude just goes in and goes wild in the mirror. He's like, what the heck? What up?
And something about Hero. He's gonna be a douchebag and reply, "K."
Okay.
That's something he would do.
Okay. He's like, he's like, okay.
Okay.
Literally, literally.
Just K.
Alright, bro.
Makes him even more mad.
Total
That was
drama, bro.
literally
Total
your.
drama.
That was literally your. I don't know if it was your Discord or if it was your Twitter, but that was like Saitama was that actual like meme of him just saying Kate. That was your actual like
Yeah, that
picture.
was my
That was your
profile
literal
picture for a long time.
picture. I was like, yeah, that's him. All right.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
hey.
Literally,
Yeah, bro.
hold
This is the most nonchalant guy, but he'll have some pent up energy though. So he'll have some pent up anger. Let's see. Let me think of the times, because again, he's not a very energetic, angry guy. So we'll put that out there. He's very nonchalant, very nice dude. Talking about Hero, but I'm trying to think of a time when he did get angry, because everybody gets angry. So let's
Yeah.
get a little juicy. When did I discover Hero got angry? Definitely was you lost a clan battle or something, or maybe it was just a 2v2. I won't say against who, but you were definitely angry, cursing out everybody that came into the a party chat.
God
You
damn.
know, do you know the time I'm describing? Does this
I do
ring a
not.
bell to you? You don't?
Nah.
Well, I won't put you on blast.
I mean,
But
it
it was
sounds like
not a
me.
fun sight.
I mean, it sounds like me.
Yeah. You
Sounds like
definitely had some bottled up anger there. And I was surprised to see that. I was like, damn, I thought this man kept it all inside. Nope. He's human after all.
Sounds like it was a big crash out from Hero.
a big
Yeah,
crash
big
out.
Canadian anger.
Big
That
crash out.
Canadian anger is something else.
Hey, don't
He'll make
don't turn into
he'll talk about your mom and everything.
don't crash out,
Nah,
Oh
Hero.
he didn't say
damn.
anything. He didn't say anything. I was just joking.
Now we know somebody that did crash out. We're not gonna put him out there, but somebody in the community crashed out and killed somebody.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Wait,
we're being
huh?
serious too.
Nah, yeah. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll probably have to say it after the
Is
podcast,
this
but
confirmable?
yes. Well, confirmable. So the person that told us confirmed themselves, so they have documents that confirm it, but we have not seen the documents, so we haven't confirmed it ourselves. But now somebody in the community
So
crashed out.
like literally, like they
Yes.
got in
Literally.
an accident
No, no, no,
and
No,
no.
killed
No,
somebody.
no, not
they killed
that.
somebody.
No, yeah, they killed somebody and went to prison, basically.
Oh, from losing like a match?
I think it.
You
Probably
don't
not.
know what happened. Probably.
I hope
Probably
not.
losing match.
Where
Probably
did that
losing
anger come from?
I mean,
knows.
Who knows?
I think honestly, like after the podcast, like when we tell you guys, you'll probably be like, "Oh, okay," because you know this person, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you
Yeah,
guys know.
man, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, but no, we can't go crash down like that. Can't go outside like that.
Yeah, guys, let's all remember, just video games at the end of the day.
It really
Yep,
Yeah,
is.
don't
just
don't
Just
crash
pixels
out
on the
that
You,
one
you
screen.
guy
play
and
it to
now he's
have
taking.
fun, and though
Yeah, he
emotions get involved, high emotions, learn to let shit go.
yeah,
right.
That's
don't
why
crash out
if you're gonna
one
talk
dude.
trash, if you're gonna talk trash, make sure you could take it. I think that's the biggest lesson. If
Yeah.
you're gonna get that invested, just know what you're in for. And if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
Yeah, and now that dude that crashed out, now he's taking some certain shots from his prisoner roommate.
Yeah.
GG, bro.
Shots. Are we talking
Taking
about
those
back
shots.
shots?
I think
Yes,
so, Falco. I think.
I
yes.
think
Alright.
so.
You just mentioned it, bro.
Just wanted to clarify.
Hey,
I
I,
don't like
I was
I
trying to
don't
keep
like
it
any
PG-13, but now it's
misunderstandings.
over.
hey, I check explicit material on the podcast every episode, so we're good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was cursing earlier, I so I think it's all right.
Yeah, no, we're
At this point,
good.
yeah, we're already like over PG-13. Like I said, yeah. Like, now he's taking some certain shots now, bro.
Some
All right.
shots. Yeah.
That is why I can't believe that actually happened, though.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it
Damn.
either. We really
Yeah,
couldn't.
we were like, what the heck?
Yeah. No, it's
Like,
insane.
maybe I wasn't as kind of like shocked because I knew this community was so crazy that one day somebody was just gonna again. Um, this community is so close to murder report levels. In my opinion, that's how I feel.
Uh,
Oh nah. You do you know the Madden NFL community?
nah.
No,
You
how
heard
bad
about
is
that? You heard about that story about like a guy that lost and literally was about to shoot up the tournament, or maybe he did actually.
Oh, I think I heard
what
of that
the
before. Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
Yeah, you
heck?
heard that?
yeah. This
Yeah.
was long. I don't know how long ago it was, but I
2018?
definitely heard of that.
Huh?
Was it 2018 maybe?
I can't tell you the year, but I just know that that happened, and
Yeah,
I was just like, oh shit.
there's like a lot of videos made on it too.
God damn.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like when those things happen, and I mean, of course, a lot of communities are have their toxic levels and all, but I mean, like Storm community is like this. I think it's just the same as just any other community. I just don't think we have as enough. We don't have as much like love to go around, so just all the hate is just at the forefront of everything. You know,
Uh,
like at
that
least
might
with
be a little
other communities, like they have like tournaments and they have like friends and people that are actually cool that have like land stuff going on and promotion, so it looks pretty. And so, of course, there's like hate and shit going on behind the scenes, but in our case, it's just only that like hate is in the forefront, and then all the other stuff is not as much attention or not as much of it going around. You know, that's what I
maybe I
think.
may be a little bit of contrarian then, Falco, because I do want to say that for the how small our community is, we're insanely toxic for how small we are. We're insanely toxic for how small we are. We're no Dragon Ball. We're no Call of Duty. We're no nothing, but we're just as toxic as them. Imagine like if we had the same toxic like Call of Duty or Call of Duty or Madden or anything else. We'd be just as bad. We'd probably be one of the top three worst communities. That rate.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think.
What do you What do you think, Hero?
I think it really depends on how we are at land because you made land sound like it was great. Nobody was talking shit. It was all
It
good,
was. It
bro.
was.
People in Call of Duty, yeah, they be getting up from their seats, right in your face, talking mad shit. I
Heck
don't
yeah.
think. I
Right. That's why I'm saying I'm like it's all when you're behind the screen, of course you're gonna talk crazy. There's a lot of immature people, so I mean it's no surprise that that's like again at the forefront. But like a lot of these people, when I did go to the LAN tournament, we're cordial and we're at least civil when you met up with them, and some of them were actually pleasant. But I mean behind the screens, they could turn into different people.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we don't have as many opportunities for that, so that's not really a known thing in our community. So
yeah,
I think that's
that's why I'm
fair. I
saying,
think that's fair. I think it's especially if the land were more known, maybe we'll probably have like those crazy people that who might be like a part of culture at this point. Like if we get bigger, if land tournaments get bigger, we'll be seeing like people screaming saying, "Oh, that OJ is a BS or some shit." It's not fair. It's not fair. Why did it happen? You're trash. You're trash. Ass garbage. We'll probably hear that more if
yeah,
we
not
have these
gonna
things.
lie. I was gonna say, not gonna lie. Like at least the first like tournament, like the where a lot of the actual like community came to play, which was Keon's like Red Cloud tournament. I was expecting a fight. I was like, I wonder
Really?
who's gonna get in the fight. Yeah, huh?
Really? You were expecting a fight?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Because I mean, a lot of these people, again, like just because everybody's reputation precedes them of like, oh, some people don't like certain people, or they were talking mess, or just it's the Storm community, just as you guys like thought, or you guys think is like, oh, it's toxic, very toxic. So probably something's gonna happen. And I was expecting something to happen. I was like, oh, let one of these fucking nerds say something to me. I'll be ready. I'll grab a chair. I don't care. But I mean,
And
inside, I was
then
like. Inside there, I was like, I think I could beat anybody up in here. Not gonna lie. A
Even
lot of these
yeah.
guys are little nerds,
what
but
the
but nothing happened. Everybody was cool. Everybody was nice, and it was a little surprising. But I stay
Yeah,
ready.
that is a little surprising. I mean, didn't you met Playco at the DreamCon tournament? Did you ever tell Hero about
I
that or
No, I didn't. And again, like it kind of sucks because like it was pretty brief. Because I
really?
mean, at DreamCon, it was so yeah, because it was very busy. and it was hard to like get anywhere. Like the lines to just get inside of like the actual game room were crazy. Like Placo would tell you. So like once you actually get in there, like when we were in there at the same time, it was like time for the tournament. So we pretty much were just focusing on that. And I think Placo was like he was a contestant, but he was also like helping TO because I mean at the tournament like they had no idea what they were doing. They were like messing everything up, and
Dang.
the monitors sucked. Like a lot of stuff just sucked. So Placo was like preoccupied with like helping them make sure the tournament runs smooth, pretty much. So I didn't really get a whole lot of time to like talk with him or hang out or anything like that. It was pretty brief, unfortunately. We didn't get a lot of time to talk
Yeah.
or hang out or
Only,
even play
only,
games together. Honestly,
you can hang out with your little brother. You can hang out with your little brother Placo.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, he was a cool, nice dude. You know, when you kind of get to know him more. I mean, I kind of grew up knowing a different Placo, which was
Yep.
very strange to see.
You said yup, hero.
Yeah, man, this guy hated me. Like he hated my guts.
Really?
Like if he could put me in a bottle and shrink me and throw me down the ocean, he would.
Gosh.
Ah,
Yeah,
dang.
yeah. But I would same to him though. I would do same. Probably worse.
Probably
But
worse.
yeah, but that's like how we. I don't even know how it got to that point. Honestly, I think. I mean, how would you say it got to that point, Hero? Like from your perspective, because me personally, I can't really think of like where was like where did we go wrong? you know, I'm like I don't understand because I know like we would like make fun of his connection and stuff, and then he would kind of like make fun of my connection, but it was like kind of like stale bread. Like, of course, everybody makes fun of my connection. The West Coast player, of course. So, I mean, there was always that, but I don't know if he took it personally from me or something. I guess that was something only Plago could answer. But from your perspective, what do you think? Or do you have an idea or no?
I have an idea of why. I feel like it's maybe it's like it's universal for everybody who plays against you. For some reason, in the beginning, nobody likes to lose to you specifically, and so a lot of people do not like you or did not like you for a long time because of that.
Damn,
And there's
isn't that wild? It was a lose lose situation. Either I get my ass beat or they hate me.
I don't know what it
Oh,
was. Even I did not like losing to you because it's like, oh, little little guy. He was so trash before, and now he's actually getting W's. This motherfucker.
Yeah, I
But
was
for
starting
me,
to sprout.
it wasn't as bad because nobody likes to lose. But for some reason, they just took it up a notch when it came to you. It's just it's
I
just
think it
weird.
was a pile on. I think it was a pile on. It's like since everybody knows that he's hated, he's universally hated. It's like, oh, it makes you want to hate them too. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's also there's like that connection thing. Everyone was like, "Yep, connection's bad. Don't like him. Don't want to play him."
Right, right. They treated me like Donald Trump, man.
Yep.
Donald Trump is crazy work. Donald Trump is crazy work.
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
Donald
treated me
Trump,
like
you're gonna
Donald
build a
Trump.
wall.
Like, oh, that guy? Oh, hell no. Fuck that. This
And
guy's
you
a
also have like
Republican. Okay, he's a racist, sexist. Fuck.
you also have like a unique play style. It's weird. The way you play, like people get mad when they lose to it. Like I shouldn't be losing to this shit, bro. But it's because you have a unique play style.
Yeah, aren't you really
Mm,
explosive, Falco?
what happened?
Like, isn't your playstyle like just kind of brute force, like explosive in a way? Maybe.
I mean, I would definitely have like setups to try and do like max damage stuff, but I definitely did a lot of like I did do like some professor type shit where I was going through characters and seeing like what I could do to maximize stuff. And a lot of the things I think not a lot of people focused on or used characters. Like I think I was one of the first people, in my personal opinion, to like really popularize the fourth Kazekage. I used to use him a lot, and he wasn't very big in the beginning of Storm. So I was using him a lot, and I think later on, I think he got more popular because of the whole jutsu spamming and stuff. But
Yeah.
I would use like pretty obscure characters, and I think people were frustrated that they didn't really know how to deal with it. Like even like closer to this day, even though I don't play a whole lot of Storm now, but like I would play like Kimimaru or I would play
Hell yeah.
Beta, and like nobody plays those characters, so they're like, this guy's good, and I don't know how to deal with this. So it's like double frustration,
Yeah.
and so I think that's what makes it look like it's explosive, maybe because I mean once you see like a Nagato combo into like ultimate, I mean that's also max damage, but you've seen it a million times. Like
Mhm.
with me, like I'll do a combo that probably is yeah seldomly seen, so it'll look like it's max damage or crazy explosive damage or whatever. But to me, like that's what made it fun is that nobody used it and it was actually good.
Hmm.
That's what's
Right.
fun for me. Not a lot of people use Bleed. Not a lot of people use Datara. Like that's the fun part. Because
Mhm.
it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting to see everybody use Pain and use Nagato and the last Naruto and the last Sasuke. It's just disgusting. It's repulsive, repugnant. Everybody should be ashamed.
Everybody, really. Jutsu buffers galore. Shame on you guys for not
You
optimizing your
buffers below.
characters.
Yeah, I don't know how people had fun that way. Honestly, I get like it's fun to win. I get it, but it's like, are you even having fun anymore? I mean, I just know for me that's not how I have fun. And I mean, I think that was at my detriment because I mean these characters weren't used for a reason because they're not as good. But
Right.
Hey,
I still had fun. Like I enjoyed using them.
And that's the best part. Yeah. I mean, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people
I
just
was
get.
gonna say that.
Mhm.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that fucking annoying ass Kibimaru you be picking, bro. That dude was so annoying to deal with, bro.
I
And
loved it, man.
and I was gonna say, actually, when it comes to Falco's playstyle, I think he's more. Well, when I play him, I feel like he's more defensive than attacking, which is a
Yeah,
weird.
y'all know my Edo Minato, right?
Oh, that dude's annoying
Oh
as
Yeah,
fuck too.
y'all
yeah.
seen that?
That dude is annoying
Minato.
as fuck too.
Isn't that like Edo Minato like the most neutral character besides Minato in like any Storm game? But that's just always been Minato. He's just a neutral heavy character.
I would say more so, I guess, the regular alive Minato, but the Edo Minato, he was like you kind of had to be defensive because he had no pressure at all. Like literally, you could jump out of his combo. Like he
Yeah.
had no pressure at all. So I guess the more effective way is to be more defensive and play a little more zoning with the kunai and kind of wait for them to get hit by your Rasengan and stuff. But I don't know what there was. I had so much fun using him. Again, I think it was just because nobody was picking him, and I was like, let me explore this. And when a character has like some, I think in any video game, when a character has some like merits that you could abuse and could actually make them good, especially if nobody's using them, so they don't know how to fight against it, which is one of their strengths, then it becomes fun and a little more viable than most people would think. But that's what made it fun for me, especially his awakening. His awakening was sick, even though it sucked. But once it starts working and starts going, then it feels it's more satisfying to land that
Mhm.
combo. And it did like actually do good damage, like when it was working. So like this is actually pretty cool.
Mhm. Once you get in, it's not that bad, but they can keep you out. It's like, dang, this awakening sucks. I need that
Yeah,
dawn stuff.
all they have to do is block. All they have to do is jump and block. Like it was not very hard to beat. That's what made it a little more challenge, like a nice challenge for me to like try and find a way in. And sometimes I would, and a lot of times I wouldn't. But I just like it. That's why I like awakened a lot because I was like, all right, I get a second chance at this. Let's go. You know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I respect that. I respect that 100%. Especially like for me, I guess my favorite like neutral character that I remember like playing. Other than Minato, I was this big Sasuke head as a kid, and my favorite Sasuke was always Sasuke Taka, Sasuke, CTS. They were like the most flashy, most not cheesy ones that I remember because if anyone remembers Generation, Five Kage-sama Sasuke was just cheesy. He was just so good on neutral, so good on dash
Yeah.
confirm, so good on like you basically got. He's the only other character other besides Kang that had that one hit confirm. besides Kakashi, I think Kakashi also had one hit confirm in Generations. But yeah, like a one hit confirm, and he just won like most interactions when it comes like the aggressive and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, nah. Like as a kid, I used them because I wanted to win. But as I got older, when I understood like more of the system, like nah, I might as well use CTS, bro. Meet some people with CTS Sasuke, and if they get salty over that, then that's on them. But I guess that's me being a Sasuke main over here.
Hmm.
I think there's just something awesome about just like using a more underrated character, especially when you beat like a OP like overused character. I think that's what makes it nice. Like if those characters were always used, then I think it would lose that like satisfactory type of element to it. So I think that for me was like I liked it was satisfying for me to beat people when they're using those characters, those overused characters.
All right.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause then they feel silly using Donza or whatever, just going so hard trying to go to Awakening, and then you're using Kimimaru, and they just lose. You know.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
literally used Kimimaru in like the last land tournament I was in. It's hilarious. And this and the other guy was using I think like Nagato and last Sasuke and all this stuff. But it was actually putting in some work, which was cool. But
See,
it was I guess to my detriment. But
I
I
think
had
for
fun.
me,
I had fun.
I think for me when I played Storm
That's
4, I didn't
nice.
play very Switch deck heavy, even from the beginning to end of the game, because I just did not like Switch. Maybe that's just me, just being strictly an old man and not going with the times. But when I use my Rene Sharingan Sasuke and people just switch and switch dash, I'm like, I'm just gonna tilt you just to stop that dash from happening. Just let me tilt you. Just let me tilt, tilt, tilt. And I just kept tilting. People are saying, "Why are you spamming the tilt? Why are you spamming this tilt thing?" I'm like, "Bro, you keep on switch dashing, bro. I'm just gonna keep tilting you. You need to change up your style." And then they just get mad at me for just playing the game, playing neutral with my little tilt,
All
which is
right.
funny.
Yeah, and that wouldn't like I guess against like a very, very experienced player, going up against an experienced player, it wouldn't like do as well. And I think it's funny. I think iPal discovered that very quick, right, Hero? Like for he was pretty stubborn. iPal, if you guys know, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Uh, for a long time, like when the game first came out, like he was one of the last like players, like top players to play with just the solo character and pretty much play like a Storm 3. You know, he would only use the support like just L1 R1. He wouldn't switch, and it was working pretty well for a while. And then I don't know what happened, but he made the transition into like utilizing the switching and stuff. But I think he just like came to the realization like he's being held back way too much.
Yeah. That's it's interesting
Yeah,
that you said that because I mean, as good as he is now, or at least as good as he was with Switch and as optimized as he is now, it's kind of hard to see him just being against it and only just and not switching. That's crazy.
Yeah, and what's
I think
also
that man.
cool. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that man now is playing like Call of Duty and X. Shout out to him, and hopefully he finds better pastures there, man. He find better pastures there.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of him, like he was, kind of like my generation of. We'll take it back to like Storm 3 days because he was big in that community too. But he wasn't like the iPal that people know him as now. Like he was still like a moderately strong player. He wasn't that top echelon player. So it is pretty amazing to see like how much farther he's come, like much farther than even I have. Because I mean, at the time of like Storm 3, I don't know who was better. Maybe it was him. I don't know. But like we were pretty close in like level, like strength level, I guess. But yeah, he's like reached a level that you don't really see a lot of people get to from where they were at before. Like I
Right.
think honestly, like a lot of players, like they kind of stayed where they're at. Like they got stronger, but the people that were already good at that level of like where Reanimation Hero was, like they also got better as the game progressed as well. Like I don't think the rankings changed drastically at all. Like some people got like much better and became more contenders, but the top people were always the top people,
Yeah.
which is insane. Like,
That's
the
weird.
mythical Pokemon were still the mythical Pokemon.
Mythical Pokemon. That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, I mean
Yeah, I don't, yeah, Vaporeon's not beating Suicune anytime soon. I don't care if it's level 100.
yeah. I mean,
Get me?
that's a good point. I mean, we recently interviewed someone on a podcast a few episodes ago, and they actually talked about how they fought iPal, and they said that um, every time that he did a counter, iPal was so on point. He was on reaction, um, just doing an ultimate. He would stop his dash and ultimate and punish the counter. Which, for those that don't know, it's pretty dang hard to do that consistently over and over again, because especially in connections, the window is it's really not as large, especially on a reaction. A lot of times if you get a late reaction, you can't do that ultimate. You have to pretty much react to it at the very beginning, and then you can get the ultimate. And so the fact that he was getting it over and over again was just kind of like, wow, like that's crazy. His play is really really optimized.
Mm. I have a question for Hero.
What's up?
How come you never did another community sings?
Oh,
What? This man did a community sings?
Yep.
Community sings.
yeah. There's this one video I uploaded. I don't know when it was, like maybe 2014, something like that. It was me, Dark Mask, and the Dark Slayer
Slayer?
210. And I was bored this one day. I'm like, yo, this shit's gonna be funny as shit. So here's the plan, guys. I don't know how I convinced them, but I said I'm gonna record this voice call. Listen to this song. We all gonna sing at the same time. Look at the lyrics, and that shit, for some reason I uploaded it, and it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny, and we never did another part. It was just something random in the middle of like in the middle of the night. We just decided to do it. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
the
was the most
community sings.
random
It's crazy
thing.
work. What did you guys sing in the community sings? If you're not afraid to share.
It was
Impossible.
Impossible by the cover was by James Arthur.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
So we sung
Yeah.
that. It was trash because none of us could sing. Dark Matt,
Yeah.
Dark Mask, you could hear him smiling throughout the entire time when he was singing.
Yeah. He had one word. He had
That's
one
why he
word
was
he just
smiling.
repeated.
That's why he was smiling because he was smiling because he didn't have to sing that
Impossible.
embarrassing song.
Whoa, whoa. I was like, at least put
Impossible.
some kind of like bass in your voice or some kind of melody. Jesus.
No, no, no. He was happy that it was in. He didn't have to sing that song again. He just had to do
Yeah,
that one time.
I tried to convince Hero to do another one, but he wasn't having it.
Come on
Community
now.
sings.
Maybe y'all should do a community sings right now for the audience. Come on now.
Yeah,
What
no,
the
thank
a
Hero
community
won't.
sings?
Come on. Well, we can do it
What?
He
right
won't
now.
do it.
We
Community
can do some Katy
sings.
Perry.
Some
Yeah, we can do
Katy
some
Perry.
community sings.
We could do some
Depends
Yeah, we
what
Katy
can do some
song.
Perry.
Katy Perry, bruh.
Do some Avril Lavigne.
Oh yes, Avril Lavigne.
Some
If
Kelly
we were to get
Clarkson.
a good song, then I would consider.
You would consider.
Skillet, man. Anyone know Skillet? Breaking Ben. Breaking Ben over here.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I'm
You
aware.
need a hero. Save me now. Come on now. Anyone join
No,
up.
it's got to be
Oh,
some R&B.
I know that song. I use that for
Come
one of
on,
my
sing it.
clan intros.
Oh
Oh,
no, that's like that. That's a classic, bro. Like that's a classic song for like back in like the early 2010s, early 2000 kids.
Yeah, that's
And
a good
Pain
song.
Envious, bro. I know a friend who hates them because they were cheesy. Because he was a Pain main, man. He just hated every time that he sees Pain. We're gonna see like a
pain.
hero song like Pain.
Pain.
Pain. Do 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 do. Oh my
What
god,
the?
he did not like that. I don't blame him. Yeah, remember the Pain? Remember that one song from Skillet, and there's like a whole bunch of AMVs about Pain. They say Pain, da da da, Pain, da 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 da. He was like, nah,
Uh,
I didn't like that.
That's wild. No,
I totally forgot about that video though, Falco. From being dead on.
Yeah, I don't know why that just popped in my head. I think because I
No, no,
wanted to do that, and I was like, "Hey,
community
this might be my only
sings.
chance."
no, that was
No,
a
I'm
good
just
idea because now you got me to sing Skillet Hero. Makes me want to sing Skillet Hero now.
there you
Thanks.
go. There you go, guys. You're welcome. Thank me later.
Thank me later.
Uh, thank you later is crazy.
Yeah, community sings. There you have it. Maybe we'll
Yeah,
Yep,
do another.
fairness.
Maybe we'll do a community sings one day.
yep.
Yeah, we'll have to convince that guy over there, Mario. It's too good.
Not.
Come on,
I
Hero.
think it's the
All he wants
complete
to do
opposite. It's
is
not too good.
save the princess and bang chicks and collect coins.
Collect
Dang,
coins.
dang,
Stack that
dang.
paper. Gotta keep
You got it
stacking.
completely backwards. I'm not too good. That's not the reason why I don't want to sing it. It's because
Come
I'm
on, you
too
can do it.
bad.
You can do it. Sing, bruh.
Red
Sing.
man,
We need a community
I've known you
sings.
for 13 years, man. You can't lie to me.
You're like a brother to me. Sing for me, brother.
Don't worry, guys. I could read him like a book, man. I'll read
Like a
him like a
book.
first grade book. That's why he doesn't. That's why he doesn't message me.
Look at you.
That's why he doesn't
That's
Dang.
why he leaves
message
me
you.
on red.
Honestly, yeah.
No, no, no.
Let me see.
Ah,
That's
that's
gotta
crazy
be
work.
it.
You said I leave.
And look at the
You gotta
last
leave
thing
that
I
man on
sent you.
red.
Oh
Oh.
Yeah, you left me on red. How about that? Yeah.
no! You see the thumbs up?
He gave me a thumbs up
I give you a
instead of
thumbs up.
replying.
That's not red. That's not red.
What
You
the
wouldn't even
heck?
do that for me. You probably thumbs
Oh my
down.
god.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
oh my god. I'm sorry. Just like all the crazy stuff reminds me of like CaRai. Remember Kid Be a God and he predicted how he predicted Storm 4? He was a crazy dude on Storm 2. He just kept like, saying he was the best Storm 2 player, even though he kept losing to my friend CaRai here every time. He was using him as training matches. He said, y'all guys are asses. One day when Stormfall comes out, I'll be the best. See y'all in Stormfall. And that's how Storm 4 came to be because a kid be a god. Legend said, legend had it. A kid be a god had powers beyond our belief.
Is
Heck
he
yeah.
Asian?
Was he Asian?
Yeah.
No, he was black. He kind of took the community by
Oh,
storm. And
you threw
Storm
an
2.
accent in there, so it kind of threw me for a loop.
Huh?
It sounded like there was an accent there or something. Maybe it was just me.
Oh, an accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from the South. I think Kid B was from the South. That's why maybe I said it like that because obviously
Yeah,
they
he
got like a
Oh,
was.
southern American accent.
Yeah, I think he was from
copy,
Tennessee.
copy. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, there's definitely an accent in there.
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Heck.
Southern charm.
Yeah, that's Southern
Are
hospitality.
there accents in Canada?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
There is
Canada.
accents in Canada. There's this
I
one
hear
I
that.
despise so much. It's the only one I
Woohoo.
despised. It's
How's it go?
I don't even know how it goes. I'd rather not even attempt it.
That's how
There's this
much you
Come on.
accent
hate
in
it.
Toronto. There's an accent in Toronto that
Oh, yeah, Toronto, no offense. Yeah, I'm from Ontario, and I wouldn't say that Toronto now these days is kind of like, it's a mess to go there. I hate going down there every time I, go for interviews and stuff like that. It is a pain in the butt. And yes, yes, people, I go to interviews. I have a life outside of Storm, so there you go. But
Is it the
uh,
way they pronounce certain words or something, or is it the way they like say
it's
words they
just
use?
perception of how people think top players are, where they think that oh, they know life these games all day and every day. I'm just saying, I have a life outside this stuff, man. I'm not gonna spend like, 12 hours a day playing, the next Storm game, even though, it could be too easy, but I'm not gonna spend 12 hours a day playing something that's not gonna give me any benefit. Might as well look for a job and pay like,
No,
like $22 an hour or whatever the hell it is
no.
for a computing job these days.
$22 an hour. Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah, we are computing jobs here are pretty high in terms of when it comes to prices.
You know what's crazy? McDonald's is starting at $20 an hour.
$20 an
Yep.
hour?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, in California, I read about that.
yeah. I was like, fuck, maybe I should quit my job and start serving up McDoubles.
Heck yeah.
I don't blame you. Yeah, maybe
Serving up
maybe my boy CaRai could do too.
McDoubles and quarter pounders and
Yeah,
Big Macs.
I'll be SpongeBob. I don't mind.
could make that
I'll
Krabby
be a
Patty, bro.
fly
You can
kid.
make the secret formula every time you get to work. Make the McDonald's so good that it'd be like, how is these McDonald's are so good? I'll be able to secret patty formula, which the coverts will not like you.
Yeah, and you get free food.
Right.
I
You
mean,
do.
you know, people are stealing food from there for sure.
Oh, I can't blame no one for stealing food when everything is going to crap.
Really.
Right.
The GTA real life, man, is the entire America.
Was the entire America.
Yeah, we got GTA. We call it GT USA, Grand Theft USA.
Grand Theft USA. I mean, that's certainly a wild name. I mean, I will say that. I was wondering. I mean, whatever happened to the whole kill X character, insert character name here, haters movement, like kill pain haters, kill sorcery haters, all those people.
I think once like Kill Sasori haters went away, like I think they all like started to slowly dissipate because like he's the one that really like kept it alive, like his
Oh,
name and his like YouTube channel and stuff, and his energy. Like that's why I was saying earlier was before I think we started the podcast, but that he was just like such an entertainer. Like no matter what, like he kept the same persona. Like you were to message him, you know, trying to like just talk to him regularly, he'll keep the same energy. Like I remember I was in a endless with him, and his fake reputation of he never loses, you know, no matter what, he just kept the delusion like I've never lost to anybody, right? Even though people have clearly seen him lose. But I've never seen it for myself. So we were in endless, and I know of his reputation of what he says, like I never lost, and then I ended up beating him. And I remember I was in a big PlayStation 3 chat with him and other people in it, and I was like, guys, I just beat him, and he's like, what are you talking about? I was like, all right,
That's why you record,
this
man.
guy,
You need to
this
record
guy's
them clips,
crazy.
bro. That's
what
the
are you
one golden
talking
rule in this
about?
I thought
community.
people were honest.
Yeah.
I
Nope, they
was
are not,
dumb.
brother. You need to record every game. I learned that the hard way when I first got
I
into this
was
stuff in Star
naive.
2G.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
next time I'm gonna record him. But that was my first time ever playing him. So once he saw like I could beat him, he did not play me again. Like that was it.
Yeah. No, you record
So
that first time, bro. You record that first time, put him on YouTube so he can't talk no more. All he
yeah,
can say is, "Oh, that that Falco guy never lost him in my life. He just lying."
right.
And the reason is he has bigger credit, he has bigger rep than you. He has the bigger, he's the bigger dog in this case, and the bigger dogs always have the, more power in this community. It's all about meritocracy and the status that you perceived in this community. If, for example, that if I know I wasn't the best Storm player back in my era, but if for example I'd be like Kapachi or something like that, and if I didn't record this dude, and I told like everybody, oh, I beat Kapachi, Kapachi has every right to say, oh, I didn't lose to you. What do you mean? You lying? You're lying, man. And I'll be like, dang, I should have recorded this, man. That's what happens. You need to be always recording people.
Always
Yeah,
recording
Always have
people.
that HDP. Yeah, you have to have the HD PVR. Remember that HD PVR? That HD PVR OP. If you ever had an HD PVR back in our day, it was over. They were afraid of you.
But yeah,
yeah.
it would just happen. I
But that's
mean,
pretty much what happened to the like kill blank haters. Like I don't know if you even want to call them a clan, but people just like took a liking to like just the way it looked and the name, I guess, and they just started making a bunch of those accounts. But I don't think that had anything to do with him. And so I think once he went away, it kind of like dissipated.
and when did he go away? Revolution, I think.
Yeah, I think like that first year Revolution came out. I think he went to the army or something, if I recall correctly.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Dang,
something like
Nice.
that.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
and he
good for him.
that'd be
Yeah.
interesting if he did stick around. like I wonder how like a lot of players I like think about that sometimes. Not currently, but like at the time when Storm 4 was, still very, very popular and alive and stuff. It's like I wonder how a lot of the like older generation of players, top players would have like fared in the current meta. Like would they be able to adapt or would they fall off? And I mean I think a lot of them would adapt, but
Uh-huh.
I
because obviously the other top players have. So
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I
I think
wonder.
I think for me, and then maybe this would be like a big like, oh, I'm gonna probably be called a new gen hater or an ageist. Some people, like some people in the community would call me ageist for this, but I think the old gen players, if they were in these communities now, they would outclass the new gens pretty easily because of the experience, the amount of work we had to do, the amount of training we put in. We were used to every game just releasing a year, and we had to train, 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 just perfect our character to the absolute maximum. There was no learning the tech or no learning this other stuff. We had to literally just perfect our theory and perfect our foundation and make
Yeah,
everything
I
just the
think
best it could. And these new
yeah,
gen
I
players
think
are
you
a lot
guys are
younger.
like more like ruthless. Like you guys are play to win for sure. Like the way to win
Yeah.
back in Gens of Storm 2 is literally just play like a dickhead and just spam and all this annoying stuff.
Heck yeah. I
So
mean,
probably,
that was
probably,
the persona from the X that was the persona for the Xbox side for a long time. We were very our spam was much more advanced than the PS3 side, and that was one thing that really shocked Dan Dika. So what happened was when he came over, after he lost, he continued to come over, and so he started to learn and pick up on the meta much earlier because Xbox was much more advanced, and then he kept bringing stuff back over to the PS3 side. And yeah, for sure, no, Xbox at the time was really just about spamming just hard as heck and abusing as much broken stuff as possible.
yeah. That's the only aspect of Storm I didn't like is that the whole spamming idea. The fact that it was possible was just it was just gross and annoying. And it's like I get at some points is like you need to like for defensive purposes and even offensive purposes as well sometimes. But it was just like when you play like the game at the like trying to win aspect of it, then it becomes like, damn, is this really what this game is? Because it can be played like very differently, and that's why we implement those rules. Because like that type of stuff, some people would say doesn't take much skill or whatever, and it's not as like interesting to watch. And yeah, for me, it was like, I don't know if this is what I signed up for, type of
Hmm.
thing.
I think you're definitely, if you were in Storm 2 in the era, you would love legit in Storm 2. I think me and CaRai here will tell you. And if anyone does not know, Storm 2 had a legit playset and a spam playset or a no rules playset. And I guess when I say legit and spam, it is the old term for just rules and no rules. And legit is essentially was just rules. I remember in legit there was like really it all depends on how legit you want to be. There was like no sub ultimates, no sub grabs, no sub no sub tilt, no really things that just make like really things that are just really gonna give somebody like an inherent sub advantage. And it's just all about giving hands and all about like just learning to like practice the combo game, practice your supports, and just doing the strike back into team ults and stuff like that. Even though that could be a little bit cheesy sometimes, but it was like stuff like that, for example, in Storm 2 that you would have loved. And then there was just spam where people just had no rules and just, you saucery all day, fucking, had the big map, had, Minato Sai, just kept spamming them kunais, just annoying somebody to death. There was just those rules, and it was just a lot of customization like that. I think that's just the
Well,
beauty of like of the
Yeah,
day
that
back then.
that word legit brings back memories because that word was thrown around a lot. Of like you don't play legit.
yeah, legit.
I remember literally like Kill Sasori Haters like banner on his YouTube was titled like the fuck is legit
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. That's a throwback. The fuck is legit.
because it's very like
The fuck is
subjective.
legit?
It is literally.
It's like some people like will allow certain things and others would be like, no, that's gay. Take that out.
Yeah, it was very
That's
dumb.
broken.
Yeah, I can see where
But
you're
it's
coming from.
yeah, that was like a trigger word for some people. It's like legit. We're not playing. Screw you.
We're not
Nah,
playing. Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
what
I
the
don't do
fuck is
that
legit?
legit shit.
I mean, honestly though, like circling back to Storm 2, it makes sense. I personally, like if you didn't start with Storm 2, um, it would be very hard to really enjoy and go back to Storm 2. For what it's worth, I mean, just because Storm 2 versus Foreign Connections is very limited, um, it's more about doing like it's very interesting because there's not a lot of decision making is important in Storm 2, but the way to express the way you go about expressing yourself in that game is linear compared to foreign connections for sure. And so I don't really see anyone who started off in the later games ever being able to come back to that. I could come back to it because that's where I started. That's where Sync started. But I mean, if you go back and look at that game, you really can't appreciate it unless you played it competitively and um, just really immerse yourself in it. But there's not really, definitely none. There's none of the stuff in the game that you guys probably know and love. Like there's no um, chakra air dash. There's no double jump. Obviously, there's no switch. There's just so much that isn't in the game, but it really does have its own beauty for what it's worth, and it really was a nice game.
Man, did you play Storm 2, Hero? I don't know if you.
Yeah, I played it online though. Played maybe a couple of matches online. I think I was too young. I was enjoying single player too much.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't blame you. I was 16 when Storm 2 was just coming out and stuff like that, so I was just into that stage of my life where it was like, oh, time to spam or time to play legit, time to play online, trying to get somewhere. I think I was like 15, 16 at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. I actually never played Storm 2, funny enough.
Really?
I just
My
know
first
that.
game was
Really?
Generations, yeah.
Hmm. Maybe I guess from Storm 2 players right here and people who played competitively in Storm 2, we recommend you to try it out. Give it a dip.
Why
It's
not?
very fun.
It's gonna shock your world though. You're gonna try to do all this crazy stuff, and you're gonna be like, "Dang, I can't do anything that I was doing in these later games." It's gonna shock your world, but you'll be all right.
Yeah, Falco, we could play Storm 2. I'll pick Sorcery.
Oh, good
I'll
luck.
pick Daedra.
Good luck, Falco, with that saucer. That
But I think
saucer.
Daedra gets worse and oh, shut up! I'm definitely not gonna play with Sorcery, crazy dude.
No, 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 no. Play me, play me. I'm more honorable in Storm 2, so I'll pick that CTS
He
Sasuke.
would. No, Hero would do that, some shit like that too. You know what's crazy? I'm at that actually that brings back a memory now. Some
What type
some
of
douche
trauma?
shit. Yes.
What the-
What?
Trauma.
Let me get this one out. So, as you guys know, Hero doesn't like to lose, especially to me. So we were in we're just having friendly matches, player matches. This was in Storm Revolution, and we're playing, we're fighting. He probably remembers this. So we're fighting, and I'm beating him, and I'm actually like perfecting this guy. Like he hasn't gotten the whole match, and we're not doing any counters. We've agreed like we're not going to do any counters this whole thing. So I'm beating him, and I'm about to win, and he counters me the last minute because I was about to perfect him just to get a hit in. Like he did not. He broke
Wow.
he broke the sacred rule of not doing a counter just so he doesn't get perfected by me. What a
Wah,
douchebag!
wah,
I, I
wah.
don't remember the
What?
perfection. I'll be honest, but it sounds like something I could do.
You will that happen?
Womp womp womp. But nah. But if we do play Storm 2 Falco, we can do like some CTS Sasuke mirrors, or we can do like some like Naruto mirrors. Your choice, man. I won't be that. I'm more honorable than he is.
Yeah, I can't believe that guy did that. I'm not
Hey,
salty.
man.
You're salty.
I think that's a completely different thing from salty. I think it might be in a DSM-5.
I wasn't thinking
PTSD.
about this forever at all.
PTSD. I guess
Nah,
for these
it
players.
really just blew my mind, bro. I was like, this guy really just fucking did that. Because I definitely like, there was times that I was like, he perfected me that I was like, I could definitely rage quit right now. And
Nah,
then for him to have the audacity to counter so he doesn't get hurt.
Right.
I was
Womp,
Counter.
womp,
nah.
womp. That ego, man. That ego couldn't handle it, getting
yeah,
perfected. So he had to,
Boy had
had
Oh,
to,
no,
and I'm
so
like,
no, you think the thing
he
about
couldn't even
Falco
let
is
me have that.
you think
Okay,
about
go ahead.
Falco, he acts innocent, but this guy's the biggest shit talker you over here when you're
Look,
playing
it's
against
all
him,
in
bro.
good fun. It's all in
That's
good
what I
fun,
mean,
as you can see. If I shit talk you, then we're good.
it's like that long ass
Like I
era when I
love
did
to
not
get
play
under
Storm
your
4.
skin.
I come back from playing absolutely just completely different games. I come back to Storm 4, not knowing any of the new tech. I play this dude, and you know his ass is shit talking no matter what. No matter
Oh
what.
yeah,
I
oh
could
yeah.
be a
I have to
total
let
noob to the game.
you know what it is. I'm trying to like rile you up so that you get like the fire to want to like get good and beat me. That's
mm,
why. That's my
mm.
strategy.
You want to see him great.
He,
Yeah.
he says that, but that shit happened in Revolution Storm 3. Doesn't matter, bro.
it's
Yeah.
great.
I mean, I have different reasons for each one. I
Ooh.
mean, I was frustrated
Uh,
with each one. I mean, you were better than me at every game, anyways.
I
You
mean,
got to let me
it's
have
fine.
my
It's
victories.
just funny.
When I have my victories, just let me, relish in them.
Let him get one.
You know, you already got the crown. Just let me, when, celebrate my little victories.
I just
Let me.
know
centuries, 4
if
centuries.
if if I countered him when he was about to win, I know in my mind that he was gonna shit talk the fuck out of me, no matter what. And so I made sure that wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean,
I don't blame you. I
if
would
I could, if I could drive to his house and punch him in the face, I would have.
have.
oh my God.
That's how angry
Oh,
I
don't
was.
crash out like that now, man. We don't need to crash out like that.
Yeah.
One punch out is away from one prison time.
One punch
Like
out.
I would get a passport. I would find out where he lives. I would take a dump right on his doorstep and leave.
Gosh. He opens up the door
God
and he's like,
dang.
what the? I'm just completely surprised. What the heck's
God
going
dang.
on
That, that Dookie surprise,
Yeah.
man. You had too much Ikiraku ramen and you had to poop that out.
here?
Or I would put it in a bag and knock on it, wait for him to open it, then throw it at him, then leave.
Ah,
God, I'd be so mad.
ah.
I'd be so
And
mad.
he would know. He would. I think he would be like, "Yeah, I deserve that."
Hell no. You can't.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is,
Oh my
that's
God.
definitely karma smell.
Dang, man. Imagine you getting your passport, going to Canada, just to do that. That's wild work.
Oh yeah, yeah. My revenge knows no bounds.
Dang. Man,
your
you're real
revenge
Lucia,
knows
all
no
right, man.
bounds.
You're real Lucia. You have the curse of hatred.
Curse of
I should
Absolutely.
call
hatred.
you
But most would call me, send you. Yeah, I mean,
no, no, no. No, Senju are
I'm
peaceful.
I'm
You
always on the
Lucia, bro.
good side. I'm always on the good side
Always on the
What
good
because
good
too
side,
side.
many
brother?
too many people are on the Uchiha side already.
Right.
I'm
There's a
like,
lot of
we gotta
Uchihas.
have some ops. We gotta have some ops here. Everybody can't be the cool Uchihas, all right? And so that's why I would always be anti. I would be the anti guy. That's why you see me with all these underrated characters. I don't like when everybody goes one way.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like the
not
worst
everybody
person.
could be Pain, all right? Not everybody could be Sasuke. And
Right.
boy, did everybody want to be Sasuke. I was like, this
Everybody.
is lame.
Everybody
This is
wants to be
lame as hell.
Sasuke. And they're literally
Yeah.
Kiva.
It's so cool.
Like, everybody wants to.
I remember in like Heroes like review of like I think Storm Connections. I think he was doing like the characters of Indra and Ashura, and Ashura comes up and he's like, I think the only person that's gonna play Ashura is Falco. And you're right, I was
Yasha's
definitely
good.
eyeballing him.
Oh, sure.
Yasha's good too. He was
Yeah,
good
it's
too,
really
which is
good.
funny.
Yeah, he still is
So
good.
he would play a meta character. So you might as
Yeah,
well
as a
just
matter of
play.
fact, that reminds me to ask. So where are you at with Storm Connections here? I have no idea.
I haven't played since the first week.
Gosh,
Wasn't your thing?
it's been a year.
Yep.
Yeah, a
I've been
year and
on
the game
Valorant.
hasn't. Yeah,
Unfortunately, same here.
Good choice. Good choice, y'all. Like, no offense to anyone who likes connections, but the first week, connections hasn't really improved since day one. Like, it's still kind of a similar game. And I know some people argue it'd be worse, and people argue it'd be better, but some people, I say it's just the same. It hasn't really changed very much since the launch.
Yeah, as far as I know, just like the way they actually like set up the online mode is like kind of annoying and egregious because you can't. It's very different from like Storm 4 where you could like see sessions and try and find people, right? And like make player match sessions. Like it's still difficult, isn't it?
It's gotten a lot better, but things just don't function as intended. You can get in the lobby, but it can break. It's just not as reliable. But people have accepted it. They're like,
Oh
at
yeah,
least we
that
have
did happen a
matchmaking.
lot.
At least we can play friends now. So whatever.
Oh, that's crazy. He couldn't do that at launch when other games could. It's like I think as CaRai in one of his videos says, that is one way you unalive your video game. That is one way you unalive your community. Is saying, oh, let's not have endless, let's not have player match, let's have none of that at launch, bro. Let's just see
Isn't
what
it so
people get going.
suspicious, or at least like should have some speculation of like they did that with Storm 4 too in the beginning, like with no spectator mode and all that stuff. Like, what is that all about? Like, why? What's with the self-sabotaging stuff? You know,
I
like,
don't
is this
know.
really intentional or do they just are that stupid?
It's insane because how is it that generations can release in 20 what 12 with perfect lobbies, perfect matchmaking, perfect spectating, perfect tournament system, but here we are in 2024 and they release a game and it just or in 2023 and they release a game that literally you can't even match with your friends. So fast, like literally, let's take a step back. Let's go all the way back to Storm 2 in 2010. You could at least match with your friends and do player match. You could not match with your friends. You could not invite your friends and play with them in 2023 on a Storm game. That's insane. Like, what? Like, how? How do we go backwards like that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know at all.
That is baffles. That baffles the mind. It's like you went backwards. I feel like these developers are either A, very, very dumb, or B, that the publisher's very dumb, or C, that, this whole system of like, y'all basically just did this stuff by accident. Like, I feel like y'all just did this by miracles, and miracles are not enough to actually make something worth it now.
Honestly.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just testing the waters. Like, let's see if these dummies will still buy this. Yep, they do.
Heck
And they
yeah.
still bought the game. Like, but people were, they're pushing back this time. People were like, yeah, no, if you keep doing this again, people are going to get pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're pissed. That's cool. Here's a DLC pack.
They
And then
Here's
say,
they
a
buy it.
yay,
DLC pack.
yay, yay, my DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's been crazy, having the game back together for one hoorah. I mean, you guys were literally episode 1 and 2, and so it was amazing to get you guys like not only were you our first 2 episodes, but you were our first dual podcast. So this is awesome. Definitely want to do more. Definitely got plans to just bring more and more people on and even have panels and things like that. But of course, that's further in the future. Um, if you guys have seen the episodes from before, you already know where you can find them. I will be linking that down in the description for anybody who wants to, check them out in case you haven't seen those other episodes. But, from as far as it goes, Hero, Falco, I mean, any last words before we land this ship?
Mm. Follow your dreams. That's it.
There you go. He said it.
Yeah.
No, no, you have your own.
What you mean, bro?
You have your own last word, bro. Don't just ride mine.
Hey, have fun. How about that? Those last words.
Have fun. That
Follow
could
my
mean so
YouTube.
many things.
What you mean?
What if somebody's having fun, like doing something bad? That's not a good message to put out there.
Right.
Have good fun.
Have good
How about that?
fun.
Have good fun.
Have fun playing the game. How about that, Falco? That's what you do
Have fun playing the
with
game.
Kibimaru.
Yeah.
That
Biggest
sounds
guy's
it's
always
condescending. Have
have
fun playing the game because I ain't gonna be there,
I ain't gonna
man.
be there.
have,
Yeah.
have good fun, people. Have
Good
very
fun.
good fun.
There you have it.
Don't get into trouble.
Hell yeah! Build up, continue building the community that we built up. You
That's
got it.
awesome. That's so awesome. Passing the torch. Well, you heard it here. It's amazing. This has been another episode of The Conversation. I'm your host, CaRai.
I'm your co-host Sing.
And it's Falco.
It's a reanimation hero.
We're out.